everybody for coming. You know, it's Sunday morning. I'm used to, if I'm in at something like this, it's actually called an AMBO at church, and I'm usually the proclaimer. So we'll start with in the name of the Father. Okay. You know, and the church is really important to me. It's interesting. They have decided now that we should actually plan for our funeral ahead of time. So I was reading the bulletin last Sunday, and one of the women had posted that there will be no male pallbearers at my funeral. They wouldn't take me out when I'm alive. They're not taking me out when I'm dead. I'm doing the same anyway. I'm so nervous. I can't believe it. I'm so honored and so humbled to see all of you here. It's a Sunday morning. You're awake. This is wonderful. My wake-up call was actually from the alarm company telling me they had just sent the police over to the building. Could I please get there? I said, just call me back if they really broke in. So I'm waiting for the phone call. You know, I have been in the audience for every Magel Award winner speech. And I've watched our industry grow. I've watched the recipients and their wonderful words of wisdom. And I have to admit that every time they were up there, I kept thinking, I hope that I can live up to their expectations. Wouldn't it be great to get the award? So I had a very close, very dear friend that just pulled me over to the side and said, Terry, I love you dearly, but you're too controversial. You will never get this award. So I just figured I'd have to live vicariously through other people. So it's really kind of exciting to be here. Now, some of you ask, where's my family? And I didn't invite them. So that was a part of the Magel Award I didn't like. No, I'm just kidding. I've never been married, and I also don't have kids. I'm glad how that worked out. It doesn't always work out that way for people, but unfortunately my parents are gone. But my father was in real estate, and I'm telling you, he would be so proud of me today. I only have a sister and a brother who are left, and a boatload of wonderful nieces and nephews. But, you know, I figured if I invited my brother and sister, we'd just fight over the award anyway, so I just decided it was easier just not to have them here. So, and, you know, it was funny when Monsignor finally realized that I probably wasn't going to get married. He's always saying, well, if you're not going to get bothered to get married, you might as well be a nun. And I'm thinking, that's all the world needs is another nun with a temper. So, be careful, I'm throwing that razor right at you. Okay. Anyway, you know what? I've always been in real estate. I kind of grew up in real estate. I think that, and my first word was probably realtor, without the extra syllable in there also. Actually, any of us that would say realtor would be sent to bed without eating and probably a big beating. But, you know, my father had a real estate company and a construction company. I love my father dearly. He could not hammer in a nail. So he ran a construction company. He didn't work in his construction company. And I started selling real estate with him. And almost as the moment that I came into real estate, I was with a small board of 50. And it was almost all men, and so there was a woman, so I was immediately appointed secretary so I could take the minutes. So I've really been doing this for forever, I guess. And there are some people that I need to thank. And I wish that I could thank every single one of you up here at the podium, because every one of you have touched my life. Every one of you have helped me. But since I couldn't do all of that, I came with the Wordle and tried to do as best I can, trying to thank all of you. Somehow, hopefully, you can find your name in there. And I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you, of course, first to Wayne Edwards and then also George Pat, because they actually talked me into doing this. So it's their fault. But Wayne, I appreciate that, and Wayne has remained a mentor for me all of these years. And I have a whole boatload of people, from the NER staff to the IER staff to the wonderful AEs in Illinois, where we've grown up and cried and laughed and had good times and whatever, and have helped me in my comfort zone or out of there. But I also want to thank the North Shore Barrington Association of Realtors for putting this together. If you know me a little bit, you know that I'm paranoid always. And so I'm always thinking that I'm going to get fired or whatever, and to know that they would do something like this for me, I deeply appreciate it. Thank you so much. But I want to also especially thank Steve Vokadow, who is my number one. He energizes me, he inspires me, he makes me laugh. He's turned out to be one of the best partners I could have in business. And he is really great at his job, considering I gave him no training whatsoever. I said, here's your office, here's the idea, what you're supposed to do, I hope you can do it. And he did. The interesting thing is that lately he has told me that actually he is only a figment of my imagination. That actually I am only in a padded cell someplace, and all of you are just a figment of my imagination. So imagine me as a size 1 and we're all happy, okay? Again, I want to thank all of you. Thank you so much for coming. There's a ton of food, so I guess you're just going to have to pocket a whole bunch of bagels to walk out of here. But this job means everything to me. It is my life. And people say, why didn't you bring my family? I did. You guys are my family. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I just want to leave you with just one little thought. Remember, it's not the years in your life, but the life in your years. Thank you very much.